table 1, I raise on the button with an ace and continuation bet against someone who is playing fairly straightforward and not that exciting. He just ends up folding. So this was kind of an interesting session in that I didn't really play many, if any, big pots. So here I'm debating whether to raise the queen 10 offsuit. And I decide to do it because I've got a 2015 player on the button. And then it looks like I've got 2 tags in the blinds, although the one in the big blind is as he's starting to get on the slightly looser side. He's got a 10% 3-bet, and he's certainly been 3-betting me quite a bit. But this is very, very borderline from the cutoff, and I just base it on who's left to act. And I think I decide that it's good enough to open with the people that are left.
Yeah, I think it's a fine open. I mean, unless you think there's a pretty good chance that the button's gonna 3-bet, I would usually go for it there.
Right. So here's Envious 3-betting me when I open from on table 5, and I think this is a spot where I would. My first thought is I'm gonna 4-bet this, and I actually don't remember if I do or don't. Looks like I do end up 4-betting it. Just because I think that with 10% 3-bet, he's getting out of line, and button versus small blind, it's just like probably the second most frequent spot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's if there is a spot for it, it's right there for sure.
Right.
Agreed.
Open 10s on table 6, not that exciting. I take it down. Kind of these smaller. I noticed people definitely raise smaller from the button. Some of them, I mean, I know I do it, but I see a lot of people doing it quite frequently. So
I mean, like 2x or 2.5x.
Yeah, 2.5x, things like that. On table 3, pocket 8s versus a cutoff open. Just gonna flat, and I can't remember what I do with this king 10 offsuit here. I know he's gonna be opening pretty light, and I think if it was suited, I would 3-bet, but I actually don't remember what I do with this king 10 offsuit here. What's your default play on table 4?
Honestly, the biggest decision maker for me on how to play the hand would be how often he'll fold. So if I think he's gonna fold if I think he'll just fold to the 3-bet, then I'll just 3-bet it. If I think there's if I don't have enough dynamic where he might change from his normal strategy of just folding to my 3-bet, then I would rather just 3-bet it. If I think that the hand is good enough to play, but I'm not going to get a fold very often, then I will just call. I
just 4-bet him a second ago.
Yeah, that's right. You did. And you had said that he had been 3-betting you a lot, and so there's some dynamic already built in with a hand like king 10 offsuit. If you're not even going to get him off of a hand like ace 10 or king jack, if he's calling with all of those, you probably should just call here pre. If you don't hold any fold equity.
Would you fold this?
I would fold it on rare situations. I would fold it in the small blinds probably a little bit more than I would in the big blind.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I am getting a better price. So on table 2, I face a 3-bet from the essentially the small blind. I've got ace king suited on the button. This is just a pretty standard 4-bet for me.